You are watching the only show that's been airing in 3 different centuries. In the 19th century, in 20th century, and we are now in 21st century, and I'm still up and running. This is Larry King Live! Okay. So, today when you came, you probably noticed some ballot papers on your table. And I want you to watch this debate, and I want you to vote. So right here with me is the new Prime Minister of Great Britain, the leader of the Conservative Party, Mr. David Cameron. Hello, David.
Hello, Larry. Hello, everyone.
Okay, so everyone knows about the Iceland's volcano, Eyjafjallajökull. Who can pronounce that? Eyjafjallajökull. It's really easy. So with all the ash and with all the flights getting delayed, there are serious disturbances in Europe, and David here is the main proponent of a bill that Iceland should be destroyed. In fact, the bill is now in the UN and the countries are discussing it. And we have a unique opportunity to ask David, so why? Why such harsh measures, David?
Well, Larry, this gives me no pleasure, really. But as you know, Iceland in the recent months has turned into a kind of European asshole. And the damage that the ashes they've produced has caused the damage at billions and billions of euros and pounds, and something needs to be done about those.
Okay, so the best way is to destroy an entire country, to sink that island? Come on.
All right, you know what? Let's not be ridiculous. Let's not exaggerate. We're talking about some 300,000 people, okay? That's it, not millions. So, but on the other hand, let's face it, Iceland is not the most important country. Its GDP doesn't even compose 1% of the European GDP. And, you know, we've been suffering millions and millions. That has to be stopped. Plus, you have to note that Her Majesty has kindly agreed and committed to taking care of all the financial expenditures of the sinking process.
But killing a nation, really, there are things, people will suffer. Why, you want 300,000 people to suffer?
Okay, you know, let's be adults about this. Okay, it's not about torturing. We're not talking about torturing. We're just talking about sinking an island so the people will spend about 5 minutes dying, out of which only 2 minutes will be choking. Okay, so the actual pain will be downsized to 60 seconds, maybe 50 seconds. You know, and but because they will be in cold water, their bodies become numb. So basically, it's just a procedure they have to take.
Procedure?
Yeah, it gives me no pleasure.
Okay, you are a UN member, and there are other UN members countries who adopted the Human Rights Convention. And the Human Rights Convention says that human life is valuable.
Right, and the same UN Convention says that human rights include the right for transportation, right? For transportation, which was violently infringed by Iceland. And not to talk about that, let's be adult about this, Larry. Let's just be all grown-ups here, okay? We're talking about an insignificant, not too significant country. I mean, what has Iceland given to us? Ice?
Well, if I remember it right, they have this famous singer Björk.
Well, that's just another reason to sink them.
I can't disagree with that. Anyway, so you have the ballots on your table, and what I want you to do is vote. And during the show, you can cast it into the ballot box that is on the first floor. You can cast your votes, but think with your heart before you do this.
If I may, Larry, I'd like to call on all of you to make a really adult decision about this. Take your time, think about it. What we're talking here about is the following. Can you look into a 6-year-old boy in London and tell him, honey, your daddy will be late 3 days? Just because some human rights activist asshole doesn't want to sink the island. Can you look into the eyes of the child and say that your mommy will be late by a week because some asshole doesn't want to kill 300,000 people there?
Well, so thank you very much, David. It's been a pleasure.
And make an adult, a grown-up decision. Thank you.
Okay.